guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of the Fishing Teacher, and appreciate you guys swinging by the channel to check out today's video. And guys, today we're going to be talking about fishing a lipless crankbait in the fall time of the year. Fall time is it's not really known for lipless crankbaits. A lot of people equate these for like the pre-spawn, but fall is one of my favorite times to fish a lipless. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to explain to you guys in detail about how you want to fish it and the type of areas that it produces during the fall time of the year. So we'll get into that in today's video. And sorry about the shirt being grubbed out. I just got off the water, had an on the water lesson today, and got some fish slime all over my shirt and my pants right now. I'm also, guys, speaking of fall bass fishing, just want to remind everybody to please swing by and check out my fall fish the moment lake map breakdowns. Got them up on the website right now. These are great resources to learn more about, you know, any lake that you want to learn more about, new lake or lake you know stuff about. It gives you 40 GPS waypoints you can download straight to your GPS unit with a sort of an overview of how to fish the lake. So I'll put that link in the description. And also, guys, SolarBat has still got their get ready for fall sale, or get ready for the end of summer sale on my Signature Series sunglasses. You can get them at 30% off right now, and you get a free hard case a free pair of safety glasses from SolarBat. With any purchase over $98, use the promo code RandyB with a capital R, capital B, for free shipping and handling. So really appreciate that. Okay, guys. I want to talk a little bit about this lipless crankbait deal. Now, this is something I've been doing for a long time in the fall time of the year. Specifically, it works good in September and October. And there's a couple different scenarios that you can catch them on a lipless crankbait. I sort of want to go over some of my favorite areas or favorite type of techniques with it. Number one, one of the most important elements as far as catching fish on a lipless during the fall time of the year is the correct combination of wind and water clarity. It's like if you have that correct combination of wind and water clarity, they really fire up on it and they really bite it good. So what you want is you want some type of a moderate wind, like some type of maybe a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind that's maybe pushing some wind against the bank that is not like unmanageable to cast in or run your boat in, but you want a decent chop hitting the bank. That's number one. The second thing with that is you've got to have some off-colored water. So you need water visibility of sort of that 1 to 3 foot visibility is perfect for it. Ideally, if you gave me like a perfect scenario, it would be water temperatures maybe in the 70s, water visibility around 2 foot, which a lot of lakes has 2 foot clarity, and about a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind coming in on the place that you want to fish. That just lights them up. Now, I've caught them on bright sun, I've caught them on clouds or whatever, but that's sort of the thing that is what I'm really looking for. The next thing that you have to have is you've got to have the right type of cover on it. There's two primary areas that I catch a lot of fish on a lipless during the fall time of the year. One is around boat docks. If you've got floating boat docks, you can take a lipless, guys. The one I'm talking about today is the Megabass Vibration X. I'll put the link in the description of my Tackle Warehouse link. Guys, this is the best lipless I've ever used. Like I said, you can get them through that Tackle Warehouse link in the description. The attention to detail on these things are second to none. Got a great vibration in it. They make a silent model and a rattling model, so you can get you a few in that link there. But that water visibility, in correlation with the right type of cover. So boat docks, number one. Take the thing, and what I like to do is I like to pitch and flip it around the boat dock. So say, for example, I'm coming up around a boat dock. I'll make a cast down the outside part of it and work down that outside with it, just under the floats of the styrofoam or down the edge of the pilings if it's a piling dock. And then as I'm going around it, I'll pitch down the side of the dock and run that lipless right down the side of both sides of the dock. So I'm actually only making 3 casts per dock. So you can cover a lot of water with it. And if there's one sitting underneath there, they'll come out and hammer that thing. But my favorite place to fish a lipless during the fall time of the year is on flat banks. Now, these banks can be clay, they can be sand, they can be gravel, they can be rocky banks, but some type of a flat bank is the perfect scenario with it. So if you got a flat bank, especially a flat point that has water visibility around 2 feet, and you've got a 10 mile an hour wind hitting that flat bank and that flat point, this is when they will light up a lipless crankbait into those situations. I like it personally, say for example, if my boat is in maybe 5 to 10 foot of water, I'm making maybe a 50-foot cast to the bank. That's the flat slope I like. And I've caught them on this all over the country, guys. I've caught them on it in all the lakes back on the East Coast. I did real good in the tournament at Bugs Island Lake in it. I did good in the tournament at Lake Martin in Alabama, Lake Hartwell, all through the Ozarks here. You know, as long as you got some type of a flat bank with wind on it, water temperatures and around 70 or maybe a little bit less, they're gonna light this thing up. Now, equipment as far as that goes on it, most of the time I'm fishing it on some type of a medium, just a medium action, 7-foot bait cast rod, medium or medium heavy, usually a 15-pound test Seaguar Invisex 4 carbon line, and just using just sort of a medium retrieve. You know, you just want to get it where it's just off the bottom. You know, ideally, like the perfect water depth, I think, is about 3 foot. It's like I've caught more fish on that Lipless in about 3 foot of water than I have about anything. And again, you want to try to keep that bait, excuse me, a little bit closer to the bottom, because in that more off-colored water that this thing works in, they don't really come up on the bait very good. So you don't want to like be bouncing the bottom with it, but just cast it out there and just reel it slow enough, you know, pump it maybe a little bit just to keep it off the bottom. But guys, it's a great tool to trigger a reaction strike. Like I said, there's a window, like I said, in September and October, it works really good. And another thing, I'll give you a little tip about this. It's a really good technique to work after a bad cold front rolls in. Now, let me give you a real quick how I figured this out. I was fishing a tournament. It was actually down Lake Martin in Alabama. And I was up the river that had some more stained water on it. And I was catching fish, you know, flipping and pitching, lay down trees and docks and that type of stuff. And I was also catching some fish on a spinnerbait shallow, just spinnerbait and shallow rocky banks. We had, and it was pre-frontal. It was like south wind. We had overcast skies. The night before the tournament, we had a bad front that goes through. I mean, it was like the wind switched around to 20 miles an hour out of the north. The temperature dropped, bright bluebird skies, super, super tough conditions. I couldn't catch anything on, you know, flipping or on the regular, on a spinnerbait. But I picked up a 1/2-ounce rattle trap, and I just started fan casting those flat wind blown areas that I've been catching, you know, fish around on the spinnerbait, and wound up finishing high in the tournament. They just lit it up in that type of condition. So it's a good post frontal bait. So anyway, I hope it helps you guys catch a few, and I'll check in later.